Om Shanti. The time that we choose to be aware doesn't necessarily require me to just sit and meditate. But even while I walk and move around, I can be in a meditative awareness, which is awareness of the soul, the original, eternal, imperishable being of light. For a little while, I'd like to invite you to be present, to be here, and to be now. Allow your mind to settle in the moment, to relax. This meditation is about awareness. It's about becoming aware of your original and eternal self. It's about connecting to your truth. Let go of your name. And observe yourself feeling nameless. Let go of your gender to discontinue thinking you're a man or a woman. Let it go and observe how you would feel walking around without a gender. Let go of the role that you play and let go of the titles that you own. Observe how you're feeling as you are gradually letting go. Let go of your religion and put it aside just for now. And let go of your nationality and even the language that you're accustomed to. Imagine you have no name, gender, role, title, religion, nationality, or even a language. Ask yourself, how do you feel at this moment? And in this feeling, who would think of you and who would you think of? The Supreme Soul would think of you, and you, the liberated soul, would think of the Supreme. In this state of absolute freedom, I am truly who I am. A free, peaceful, pure, immortal, and eternal soul. Allow yourself to just be absorbed in this awareness. this time. Hello everyone, welcome to your special spiritual vaccine. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. Wasn't that meditation absolutely perfect to take care of your inner world, to make sure everything is in check, to be able to support you, to sustain you, to elevate you? Today's been a long day. There's been a lot going on today, and as much as we are, quote unquote, in lockdown, there's something inside of us that also wants to rise up. And one of the things that I've been thinking about is today's topic. To what extent are you and I at peace with our past? There is no doubt in my mind we are what we are because of our past. But have you ever thought even once to be who you need to be by being present? I know that came into my mind the last few days, and I was thinking about it. To what extent am I at peace with being me, which is just to be present? And a lot of times when you choose to be present, the past comes up. The past comes up, it interferes in your mind, it distracts you from your present. You start to question yourself, you start to question people. Whenever there's doubt, fear, anxiety, insecure, worry, frustration, it's all past experiences. Because the natural nature of the human spirit is that we're always going to be spot on. The natural nature of the human spirit is to be kind, to be peaceful, to be pure, to be clear, to be creative. Today's Zoom meditation session is going to be unique because I've got good news to announce that we just heard from Teda, John Legend's nephew. He's going to be launching his new CD or new track tonight at midnight, so please listen out for that. The Love One Another, you know, the video I was in with John and Teda and Dionne Warwick and everybody. So it's going to be released at midnight. It's called Love One Another by Teda Prince and John Legend. So listen out for that and let them know that you heard about it first from your spiritual vaccine. So you see what you can bump into because of COVID-19. We're locked up at home, but stuff continues to keep happening. Life will always continue. We are souls. We are playing out our parts. But do you have the past holding you as a hostage? And I think that's why meditation is so important now. We need to understand the power in meditation. We need to understand why COVID-19 is actually inviting us to reflect, to be more introspective. Are the sounds getting louder in your head as the world gets more quiet? You'll hear from John tonight, one of our guests on Zoom, who will be sharing a little bit about that experience. And I'm really happy to share that we have a special guest today who, it just tickles me. My friend in India, Heidi Gass, had introduced me to Doc, but Doc and I have been crossing paths because our schedules are so busy. But I want to bring on Doc Phineas Swami Castle, who's got a very unique story, and he's going to be a part of our whole Zoom meditation production and project to see how much we can really learn about ourselves so that we can rise up during this particular COVID pandemic. Doc, look at you. Om Shanti and welcome.
Thank you, Sister Jenna. Thank you, Sister Jenna. So lovely to be with you. I so admire you, and I think it's wonderful we could be together at this important time when so many people are searching for guidance. So
Yes.
happy to be here.
Doc, tell us a little bit about how you're coping with the pandemic.
Well, I have come to the conclusion that the COVID 19 is quite a guru. It's quite a teacher. And I think one of the most wonderful things about this, and I realize that this is a very sad and trying and challenging time for many people, but for myself, being so busy, I'm on 6 TV shows, 4 new movies. I also perform on the strip in Alice in Wonderland and still teach yoga at my 2 yoga centers at Caesar's Palace and at the Waldorf Astoria. So my life was frantic before this. And here I'm a Swami. And suddenly, bam, my last show was on February the 25th. They
Wow.
sent us all.
Doc, we lost you.
And so, that being the case, we have been at home now for 60 days, and I'm just loving the opportunity to get back on track with yoga and meditation. So it has been a wonderful experience in a lot of ways, in that I finally have some time to really focus on my sadhana.
So you've been out of basically physically running all around since February 16th. And during this particular period, now, aren't you the yoga teacher for Elton John as well?
Yes, for many famous celebrities. I was the first person to really bring yoga to Las Vegas as an amenity that you might have in a hotel spa. And so I came in here 20 years ago with that idea, having come from India. And I, was initiated by the great Indian female saint, Sri Ananda Moima, and trained at the Shivananda Ghat in Rishikesh in the Himalayas, and 25 trips to India since 1967. So a long, long journey, 50 years of teaching yoga and also having a PhD. So I also teach in Indian studies at the university.
What a fantastic story, Doc. Tell me a little bit about what your interpretation of meditation is.
So meditation is chitta vritti naroda. If we look at it technically from Sanskrit, chitta vritti naroda. And what that means is that the mind likes to make these vrittis. We often say, like, the mind has a windshield and the windshield wipers are cleaning up the mud. And the mud on the windshield, when you want to focus on something, is I don't like this, I should be doing that, I forgot to do the dishes, I should be downstairs doing the laundry. And it's impossible in this time of Kali Yuga to really focus on one thing, to have ahamkara, one consciousness of mind with all of these vrittis. So chitta vritti narodaha means the cessation of the vrittis in the mind. And that being said, if you're doing meditation properly, you keep taking away layers like on an onion skin. One layer, one more layer, one more layer. And just like in our opening meditation, which was so fantastic, you take away religion, you take away gender, you take away what you have to do at 5 o'clock today, right? You take away the fact that you don't have groceries. You take away the fact that you're terrified you just went shopping at Walmart, right? And that you've got to clean yourself and wash your hands. And all of these vritis are going on in the mind, and it's so hard for people to meditate.
Yeah.
So how do we do that? How do we sink down? Can we give people something today that can walk away with that, wow, this came from a yoga master from the Himalayas, and this is how he does it. So should I give a treasure away?
Please, please, why not?
So my feeling from my teacher, Ananda Ma, was this. She said that we can use sometimes a mantra to cause that to cease. And the mantra does not have to be a big, long mantra like Gayatri Mantra or any of these, the Hanuman Chalisa. We have many, many great mantras that some yogis use. But Ma said, look, I'm your spiritual mother. Just use Ma. So that's a big Bindi seed mantra that you're appealing to the Divine Mother, and you just say, Ma, every time you think about doing the dishes, running down to do the laundry, Ma,
Ma.
just say Ma. Cry out to the Divine Mother.
Okay, everybody on Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube, ready? After 3, 1, 2, 3. Ma. I love it.
Did it feel good?
Of
That
course.
was the first word out of most of our mouths when we took our first breath, right?
Ma.
Is Ma. And we live our lives, and then the last thing we will do is exhale. So the first thing we did when we came to life was inhale. Mama.
Got it.
Here I am. I'm alive again. I have a life. How wonderful. And when we leave this world, hopefully we're peaceful, and we say, Ma, thank you in my last breath for such a wonderful, valuable experience like life. The most important thing to do with your life is yoga means get connected. It comes from the Sanskrit word yuj, which means to yoke, tie, connect yourself to your higher power. Mm-hmm. So the reason for this life, we come here to try to get connected. It's like a bus stop. We're waiting for that glory train to take us on to more adventure. But while you're here, get connected.
I love that.
If we can get connected and even just have one thing we can say, like Ma, thank you, Ma, for my life. Ma, protect me. Ma, I have to go shopping now. Can you put a golden light?
Doc, you're so funny.
And I can't believe it's come to this, but yes, there's a lot of anxiety just to go to a grocery store now, and it should not be that way. We should be able to be wise, be sensible, wear your mask, wear your gloves, whatever makes you feel safe. But take at least Ma's name. And you Brahma Kumaris, I have admired you for years, and I know you know the power of Ma, right? So I have a special gift for you, and I just wanted to see who I'm meditating with. There she is.
Is that Ma? Who's that?
That is Ma.
Oh, hello, Ma.
So she's here in our temple listening. Oh,
enjoy. I can feel the blessings. Thank you so much.
And that is her real Vyasana from India that she sat on her life up to 87 years.
Wow, that's fantastic.
So I just wanted to share a little Ma. I'm going to bring you in real close so everybody out there can see a little bit of Ma today.
Oh, thank you for the blessing. It's wonderful.
You are welcome.
Doc Phineas, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your warmth and your joy and your love. I can't wait for us to continue to do some more work together in the future.
I look forward to that so much, and thank you for helping us through this time period with the great teacher that we have, which is this pandemic. And I think he's teaching us, or she's teaching us, to get back on track,
Yes.
get back on your spiritual path.
Yes.
And don't get distracted from all the things of life. It's so easy to do. And I'm so happy to be here with you and to have this time that we can actually meditate without running from thing to thing.
Yes.
That this is a real gift. When we look at it from that perspective,
Fantastic.
I think this is something that can help us all. So namaste, everybody.
Namaste to you. Om Shanti. And thanks for bringing Ma into our Zoom production. Absolutely perfect.
It is Ma's pleasure.
Thanks
she
so
just
much.
Had to come today.
Perfect.
Jai Ma. Namaste.
Hope to see you for the rest of the show.
I hope so too. I'll be here for you.
Beautiful. So what a wonderful time, everyone. We just had a chance to spend a few minutes with Doc Phineas, and as you can hear, his interpretation of what meditation is and the different ways that we can approach meditation. And today's topic is about being at peace with your past. And these methods to meditate, to understand ourselves, to grow deeper within our beings, is to actually pull us out of our past and to make us absolutely present. If we're not present, how do we figure out who we are? It is by being still, listen with compassion, ask yourself the right questions, be honest, that the energy inside of the consciousness, the story, the narrative, the repeated cycles, they will change. What has this pandemic done for us? It's inviting us to listen with compassion, to make resolves, to atone for our past, and to get on with life. It's very clear that we're moving towards the sacred. We have now been given a chance to move forward to the divine. Things are not going to be the way that they were before this pandemic, and we don't want them the way they were before. Whatever you think and keep feeding, it will manifest. So I'm going to ask you to pause just for a moment, and I want you to sit for 30 seconds of silence. And in your sitting in silence, no distractions. Just observe what thoughts come into your mind. That's all. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. And just observe. What's the thought that's coming into your mind? Is it present? Are you enjoying this moment? Are you absolutely present? Or is the silence pulling you somewhere into the past or into the future? Who am I? Why am I here? What's the role that I need to play? Take another breath in and ask yourself right now, are you willing to choose to be at peace with your past? Just hold that thought. And this next meditation video is basically to ask the question, who am I? So that you can make the decision to be at peace with your past. Take another deep breath. Exhale and allow the story to flow.
Who am I? Am I just this body? When I look into a mirror, what am I looking at? Is that me? Is there more to me than my physical image? When I introduce myself to others, how do I let them know who I am? I may start with my name. My occupation, my relationships, my age, my address, and other descriptions about my life. But these are all physical things. These are all external descriptions of me. Is there more to me than this? Who am I? What is my spiritual identity? My spiritual identity. My eternal identity is soul. I am a soul, a being of energy. My appearance is like a tiny star, a radiant being of pure energy. I imagine myself free from all the influences of my daily life for a moment, floating, free as a star, pure, vibrant, radiant energy. I am a being of peace. Not just a momentary absence of disturbances, but a very real and permanent peace. Within my nature of peace, I also find love. Not the temporary love of passing phases, but a deep sense of self-respect and compassion. I reconnect with my spiritual identity, with my true nature of peace and love. Gently, I sense that I'm sitting inside this body. My energy returns, and I know who I am.
Now, after we've finished exploring and experiencing that simple practice of meditation and vibrational frequency, I'm curious to peep into your heart and peep into your souls, how you're feeling. The question that we opened up before we went into meditation is, am I at peace with my past? With everything? And with that particular meditation, does that help me to understand if I am at peace with my past? So I'm going to invite you all to fall into a little breakout room for those who are on Zoom. And for those who are watching on Facebook and YouTube, I'd like you all to do your comments with each other on Facebook and YouTube. And I'd like to get back to you to really explore some of the experiences that you might have felt with that meditation. I want us, after this Zoom meditation, the spiritual vaccine, I want us to leave this room and this space being at peace with our past. So let's break out in the rooms now. Each of you will go with different groups in Zoom. Each of you will fall into a different group of people. You'll get about 10 minutes. Please allow each other to speak. Each person can take about 3 minutes each or so. But share what your experience was in meditation. Just really step inwards and have a heart-to-heart conversation with another person in the Zoom room and really talk something spiritual. Take your medicine and have a heart-to-heart connection with that person. You're meeting somebody very new for the first time. So enjoy your elevated conversation with a new friend. Om Shanti. Kind of rings in your head, right? Om Shanti. I'm going to wait for the folks to come back on Zoom to join us. Those of you who are on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, I hope you enjoyed that meditation and that time together.
This meeting is being recorded.
Sorry about that. You're able to just really appreciate that time together and that introspection and just that space. For those who've come back on from the Zoom breakout meetings, did everybody enjoy meeting somebody new, somebody special, somebody precious? Let me see some smiling Zoom faces. Did you like that moment? Let me see a big nod, or oh my God, that was the worst thing I've ever felt in my life, or oh my gosh, I'm really enjoying this. Hands up in the air, wave them like you just do care. Yeah, let me see. Okay, that's wonderful. So we have kind of explored the whole idea of to what extent am I at peace with my past? And we also had a chance to look at, the whole concept of who am I? Because if I'm going to reconcile my own inner differences, who am I? Who have I become? Maybe we have no idea. But I'd like to hear from a few of you who, were in the breakout room and what the experience was like. What did you feel from the meditation? What did you feel from each other in the breakout room? And if you have anything like to share, such as what has this COVID-19 done for you? Are things more amplified in your mind as you step more inwards? So let's see, is John available? I'd love to go to John and maybe have him share his experience of his breakout room, as well as what has been this COVID process been like for you, John. John, welcome to your Zoom meditation.
Hi guys, my name is John. I'm 28. I'm in Denver, Colorado, and it's amazing that the topic is making peace with our past, because that's something specifically that I've been struggling with over the past couple of months. And meditation has been one of the fastest working mechanisms that I've been able to work with and explore and learn from than anything else I've been able to do so far.
Wow.
And I agree with what you said earlier, and I think that I'm a very busy person. I feel like I'm always going 20 different ways from Sunday, but I feel like when things became quieter outside my house, and I feel like the less activity I saw on the streets, the more attention and the louder and more vibrant things happened inside my head.
Wow.
And there were aspects of that were great. They let me get back into sketching and being creative and playing music badly and just having fun and kind of exploring that. But also things bubble up that I had thought that I'd forgotten, or at least that I had hoped that I'd forgotten. And when those things arise, I don't know if the circumstances, if they weren't the way that they are now, I don't know if I would have given myself the time and the value to work through those in a healthy way. And I think that meditation and the teachings that I've learned from this exercise and all sorts of related mental health exercises has been that the parts of yourself that you think are wrong and broken are just not being seen with enough compassion, I feel. And meditation and this COVID-19 and this quarantine and isolation has really given me a platform to explore that within myself, as uncomfortable and as scary as it is. But at the other side of it is immense gratitude.
John, thank you so much. I particularly love your comment about as it gets more quiet on the outside, there are things that start to come up. And I believe this is the power of meditation, is that if I can just make myself still, the second stage is I can begin to honor whatever's the recording sitting in me that maybe I've not really taken the time to address. But in the stillness, I'm able to find the right thoughts, the right answers, or maybe address it with the right questions, and to be able to really tap into that and make myself a little bit more stronger so that I can make my present life that more effective and really, really have the faith and the conviction out of this COVID-19 that we are guaranteeing this to ourselves. We're going to live a better life than we were living it before it. So thank you so very much. So much. I appreciated your voice. Bevan, I think Bevan is on. Bevan, I think you're 10. You've never meditated before, but you're giving it a try. You want to tell us what it was like and how it felt?
So I like it because it's gonna help me relax more. Cause like every day I wake up, I'm always like tired and stuff. So I'm thinking this will like help me like get more relaxed. Cause I'm always like up and about with work, Zoom classes, everything. So I'm actually a little happy and excited to try it out.
Oh, I'm so glad that you did. So how are you passing your time with, all of this, not going to school and so on?
Well, I'm homeschooled for one thing, but I have a lot of work, just like at school, but not a lot. So I do my work every day. Sometimes I like reading a lot, so I read a lot during this. And if it wasn't for the books, I actually would never like survive this being home.
Wow, that's fantastic. Well, I want to thank you for joining the meditation experiment. I hope to see you next week, Thursday, again, to continue to see how you're building on it and really growing with it. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, I would like to talk to maybe Aditi, Marie Flo.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome. How was your meditation experience and how are you doing and what have you been up to with your COVID experience? Could you unmute, Aditi? Could you unmute?
Yes, I'm unmuting. Just 1 minute. Let me unmute her.
Okay. So one of the things that I really experienced during meditation is I get to dive deeper into who I am, like what was said before and what was said in the meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Who I am. I feel and I really experience that I am an energy. And when I strip away of all my physical labels, that I'm a sister, I'm an aunt, I'm a student, I'm a female, I can really tap into the now because that's who I am. I'm not playing a role of anybody. I'm just being me. And so that has been a very profound experience for me in meditation. And during this COVID-19, it has done two things for me. First of all, it has deepened my meditation experience, especially the morning meditations. I get to wake up early, sleep early, and have a beautiful experience in the morning.
That's beautiful.
And that really sets a tone for the entire day, and I'm super energized. When sometimes I am hyperactive, I do meditation to ground myself again.
I can't imagine you being hyperactive. You look so cool and calm.
Yes, now I am.
Oh, thank you so much.
The second thing is it helps me to mobilize my energy a lot. I can get a lot of things done. I'm cooking and baking a lot these days. That has been good.
That's good. Well, hopefully you can mail me some of your baking items.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Aditi, for joining our Zoom experiment. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. Do we have anyone else who would like to come on and share maybe? Anyone else would like to share their meditation experience before we move forward? Kanu Kogod, is she on? She was going to share?
I don't see
No.
her name, sister.
Okay then. All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for sharing. I think that it was really, really important to have this experience of the who am I, and hearing from everyone who basically participated in this particular process. I mean, you can put it in the chat room or what have you, but you must be feeling something tingling inside, something new, something that's challenging you to feel different, deeper, wiser, more powerful. And that's when you become at peace with your past. When you don't allow the past to feed your current state, there's a tremendous amount of power that starts to come up from within you. If you and I and all 8 billion of us are souls, and the memories of the stories recorded in us are creating a vibration, and that vibration is creating reality outside of us, then it's really, really important that we step in, step up, and make that decision to be the best that we can do. So I know that Doc Phineas gave us the practice of taking a deep breath and just say, Ma, after that. And you've also heard me greet you with an Om Shanti, but also silence. Silence. So what I'd like to do is to just take us through a little silent meditation, which will have some thoughts, some vibrations, just some ideas, as we come to a close to our Zoom meditation and spiritual vaccine hour. All right, so sit up everyone, sit up straight, and make sure you're comfortable, your space is quiet. I invite you to take a very deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in about 3 times. Inhale. Exhale slowly. Inhale again. Exhale. Let's start with where we are. Step behind your eyes and just be present. And ask, what has this moment meant to me and for me? Just wait. Each time I choose something positive, spiritual, genuine, true, it's my cure. So making the decision to pay attention to the world behind my eyes, I, the master of my destiny, I choose to be at peace with my past. If I could have done better, I would have. If they could have done better, they would have. So just right now, I, the master of the soul, choose to be at peace with my past. What if it was just all fixed, all meant to happen? And all I have to do is choose to be at peace with my past. And let that reality settle deep inside myself. It's my reality. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Welcome back into this human dimension, this physical world. Believe it or not, you're still in Zoom. You're still in your Zoom meditation experiment of your spiritual vaccine, the cure for fear, doubt, anxiety, uncertainty, anger, rage. It's entirely up to us to do the work and to get ourselves evolved. So I want to take this time to extend my heartfelt appreciation to everyone who joined in to the session today. And I had a feeling that maybe at the end we should do the chant of Om, but let's try that next week. Imagine just all of us, or maybe we can try it tonight. You want to try it tonight? The engineer's going, no, don't do it, don't do it. Why don't we try it? If everybody's poised, and only after 3, when I say 3, then Marie-Flore, unmute everyone, right? And after 3, then everybody will just do Om. And you'll just follow after me and observe how you feel. If you're up for the challenge, thumbs up. If you're not up for the challenge, leave the meeting. All right, you ready? Sit up straight. Take a deep breath. Don't be surprised, the producers might spotlight you on as we're doing this together, but not to worry. Everything's going to be great. So, Marie-Flore, could you unmute everybody now? And make sure there's no background noise. Santosh? Wait, That must be Doc. That must be Doc. Hold on. Wait, everybody. I need some silencio, por favor. Okay. Okay, all the singers, pause. Pause. Only after 3. So we can get it synchronized. 1, 2, 3. One more time. One more time. Till we get synchronized one more time. Let's keep it raising the vibrations. One last time. Now just hold your heart. Give thanks to your life. Send your blessings to everyone in your life. Send your good wishes, send your pure vibrations to your destiny. Mary Floor, could you mute everyone now? So just to send your pure blessings and your good wishes for your destiny. It is so important for you to keep having the best wishes for you, starting right here, right now, and allowing it to spread into your tomorrows and into your future. When we're at peace with ourselves, we have the best thoughts for ourselves and one another. Thank you everyone for joining us for our Spiritual Vaccine Hour. We'll see you next week, Thursday, for another edition. And the next 3 weeks is a special production for a 1-hour segment that we are in now production of. And for those who have lent their voice tonight, thank you so much. We really appreciate your thoughts, your presence, and your sharing. Please be safe. Please wear your mask. Please wear your gloves. And just be kind, generous, compassionate, and listen with interest to one another. Take care. Om Shanti. See you again.
To live without fear in a world that's
say it's a fool's dream, but I'm not so sure. I see all your faces on my TV, driven and hungry with eyes full of tears, mourning your children, fathers and friends, caught in a war that just never ends. How long will it be till your life is mine, and all I believe in has turned into lies? With all that I am and all that I have, I send you this token, this love from my Oh, I've seen a place much more than a dream, a place of such beauty it hurts just to see, a place of no pain, no crying, no war, where peace is the treasure that has